Get informed. Get educated. It's all about your health. This is Healthy Living with Dr. Lateef Akinola.
Good morning. This is Dr. Lateef Akinola, a consultant obstetrician and gynecologist working at Medicine Specialist Women's Hospital, Lekki, Lagos. We are here again today with our next episode of Healthy Living podcast series. And this is a program organized by Medicine Specialist Women's Hospital for a health enlightenment campaign of our stakeholders. This morning we have Dr. Lola Mojoyinola, an astute gynecologist who has delved into lifestyle coaching and wellness advice to our cohorts of patients. She's going to tell us a little bit about the importance of lifestyle in medical health generally, not only in gynecology. Good morning, Dr. Mojoyinola.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you for accepting to be with us this morning.
My pleasure.
We are glad to have you. And I'm very hopeful that our patients and all other listeners will benefit from your advice and talk about lifestyle and wellness practices to keep our health going. Dr. Mojoyinola trained up to postgraduate level as an obstetrician and gynecologist. I'm going to ask her to quickly give us a little bit of about her background.
Thank you so much. As you've introduced me, I'm Dr. Lola Mojoyinola. I'm a gynecologist by profession and also board-certified lifestyle medicine physician. So having practiced gynecology for so many years, I decided to go into lifestyle medicine where I know that can actually impact the patients or clients much more than just being a gynecologist. So I'm a combination of the two. And by the way, I happen to be the first African gynecologist that is board certified lifestyle coach.
Fantastic. That's very good. I think to buttress your points, I believe majority of us now, even not only medical profession, we are now understanding the importance of lifestyle and well-being practices. Its contribution to our general healthcare, not only fertility or any other, but general well-being. And it's actually important. I want you to clarify, what do we mean by health optimization?
Health optimization to me, it's purely doing the right thing for yourself. A lot of us, inclusive of we health professionals, tend to take care of others and look away from ourselves. And particular about women also take care of others, husband, brother, sister, children, grandparents, name it. And they look away from themselves. So in optimizing our health, it's just using our everyday way of living to improve our well-being. And in doing that, lifestyle spells it out. Talk about the pillars of lifestyle: diet, restful sleep, exercise, activity, avoiding toxic substances, mental wellness and stress management, and social connectedness, in an acronym that we give, DREAMS. So if we follow DREAMS and you dream well, you'll definitely be living a good life.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned something about mental health. That's another broad area where people are now seeing the effects of being healthy, mental wellness on the overall health activity of human being. How do you manage my mental health, wellness, and healthy living?
Yes. living healthy actually comes from your mental well-being. That's where it starts from, really, because it's a matter of you deciding that I'm ready to live well. A lot of people just take the day as it comes, but we've seen that when you are well planned and you've decided that this is the way to go, just like I decided to be a gynecologist, went to school, all that. The same way I am ready to live a good life. And the good life is not just for now, it's even for the future. And people would say, oh, do you know whether you live that long? But you can build it, you can make the steps. So when you're talking about mental wellness and lifestyle, it starts with, I am ready to live well. I am ready to manage this body that is a gift from God, such that I'll be able to perform the roles that I need to do even while living here. So our mental wellness starts from accepting, and after accepting that, then you take up the challenge. And that challenge is, I am ready to live with a clean mindset. A lot of us bottle things up. And unfortunately for women, so close to depression, everything we bottle up. But when you have an open mind, you are happy. You decide to be like, I heard this and I've been practicing it, and I tell people, forgive forward, forgive ahead. You wake up in the morning, I'm like, every wrong thing that wants to happen, I'm ready and I forgive whoever is there to, that is ready to also, cause me to go off course. Because part of this wellness and mental well-being, we've seen that the stress we go through, the clog in our heart, and all those things, all the bottling up, increase our cortisol level. And this cortisol, when you dig deep down, is a precursor for so many diseases. So the more we're able to calm our brain, not just for day-to-day activity or relating with people, that mental well-being affects the whole body. So mental wellness, stress management, very key in lifestyle.
Fantastic. Thank you for this enlightenment, Dr. Lola Mojoyinola. I'm glad your last statement, was about stress management. In today's existence, worldwide, not only in Nigeria, socioeconomic factors is a major cause of stress. How do you, let's say, family, how do you cope with, children going to school fees, transport fees, house fees, all sort of, expenses on a meager salary? What would be your advice for people to cope stress level? I mean, it's impossible to avoid stress, but how can people control it so that it doesn't, bring a bad effect on their health?
Here, when we talk about stress, there are different types of stress. We have good stress and bad stress. But this one you're talking about is actually bad stress. That is the stress based on, what is this? You could have good stress from, I'm getting wedded, and you're going through stress. You're happy. I just delivered, even though it was stressful, but I'm happy. But in this wise, looking for money, you're not happy. So that is bad stress. So in coping with stress, one thing we don't learn to do is to live the day as it comes. We look so much into what will be tomorrow and next tomorrow and thereabout and thereabout. And then we also don't delegate. A lot of people are like, if I'm not there, it won't work. To reduce your stress level, you need to delegate at home. Delegate to your wife, to the husband, the other way around, to children, to relatives. Delegate the chores. Let it be that you can bear what you know you can handle. And then, financial wise, cut your coat. Yes, we know that the coat now may not be the size is meant to fit, but you actually need to cut your coat. Know to what extent you can manage your finances. If you can invest, invest. If you don't have enough to invest, manage what you have to live day by day. And don't go looking on the other side. The grass is always green on the other side. And that's part of the stress people give themselves. This person is richer. My neighbor is this. Oh, this person is better. No, look inward and be grateful. If we practice gratitude as part of lifestyle, our stress level will be down. Do you count your blessings every day? Do you have a gratitude journal? Do you sit down at the end of the day and say, God, I thank you for life. I went out today, I came back. I was able to spend this amount. I drank water, I went down my throat. I ate and I was able to pass it out. Do you do that? When you do that, your stress level will come down and you think less of what you don't have.
Thank you. Yeah. Dear listeners, I'm sure we are really getting some real factual benefits from Dr. Mojoyinola's advice. And now let's talk about sleeplessness.
I love to talk about sleep.
You know, as part of a midlife crisis, people in the middle ages, then thinking about family, thinking about work, thinking about transport, thinking about all the economic, landmines around us. People find it difficult to sleep at night. And then they're going to wake up in the morning to go back to work, which is also very stressful.
And the cycle continues.
How do you advise people when you are about going to sleep on your bed? Forget about the stress level and concentrate on sleeping.
Sleep has terms and conditions which people don't meet. And you know that when you are going into a project or something or whatever, they'll say T and C applies. But we don't apply the T and C to have good sleep. And when I was talking about the acronyms of lifestyle medicine, is restful sleep. It's not just sleep, restful sleep. Because most times we lie down, but we don't sleep. And that's why you wake up in the morning, you're like, did I sleep? How many hours? I'm like, I slept 6 hours, but I'm like, I didn't sleep. Why? Science has proven that we have sleep cycles.
Yes.
REM, non-REM. And these cycles, you must go through at least about 3 cycles, minimum, when you are sleeping. But most times, we don't even finish 1 or 2. And then we wake up restless, we wake up fatigued, and we wake up hungry, wake up grouchy, wake up with body pains. Why? The T's and C's of sleep are quite a number, but there are some that we call sleep hygiene. I can just quickly go through. Sleeping environment. Is your room dark or is with white light? Do you have music playing? And most of us, we say we are rich, luxury. Well, we have system on the table. We have the TV making it sound. And we turn our bedroom into our living room. There are 2 things, only 2 things that should happen in the bedroom. As a gynecologist, tell me one. As a gynecologist.
Relax. No.
In line of gynecology, of
course, you have to meet your partner.
Yes, that is one thing. The other thing is sleep. Only those 2 things are meant to happen in the bedroom. But what do we have? You get into the bedroom, you are still on the system. You get into the bedroom, you are watching the movie that could be so loud, movie that could be gunshots, fiction, the ones that distract you. They're not calming. The room may be hot. So there are lots of things. How is the surface? Is your bed firm? How firm is that bed? In what position are you sleeping? When I tell people you need to sleep with 3 pillows, they look at me. 3 pillows. I don't mean pile up 3 pillows, but position those pillows according to the curvature of your body, and you will wake up better. Do you sleep at about the same time? Do you cheat nature? Each time we are cheating nature, we are actually cheating ourselves. Because I use this analogy. The repairer, the loma, Lagos State Waste Management, they're the ones I used to. Those people that clean the road, that repair the road, they do it better and well at night. Same thing with our bodies. You tend to rejuvenate and cleanse and detox more during sleep. So when you change yourself by reducing your hours of sleep, you're actually not allowing the natural detox. After that, you now wake up looking for artificial detox. I want to eat this, I want to do that. But the natural detox is sleep. Minimum of 7 continuous hours. Not the one that you're taking a nap, you're adding the nap to the sleep. No. Continuous. Going to bed about the same time. You won't need alarm clock to wake up. We have what we call circadian rhythm, our internal clock that works with the natural clock. When you so trained your body, it has so much worked for me that when I sleep at a particular time, when I wake up to go to ease myself, without looking at the clock, I know what time it is. And it had always been the same. Not necessarily the same fixed time, depending on when I sleep. I know that it will take me nothing less than 4 hours before I get up. But you have people waking up per minute. Every hour of the night is passing through them, being awake. That is not sleep. So there are rules, a lot of rules to sleep. And when we follow these rules, you wake up strong and healthy.
Are there medical therapy to sleep? Because some people say, oh, doctor, I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't sleep again.
Those type of people have not followed the T's and C's. They probably are sleeping late, eating close to bedtime, being exposed to bright lights, doing everything against the norm of a good sleep. You definitely wake up. You've not even done a gratitude test, or you've not filled your gratitude daytime stuff. Someone was telling me that she'll be sleeping, but she's planning in her head. I said, you're not sleeping. Because you've not even let go of the day to be able to accept a new day. All these things are things that we have to do intentionally. Good sleep doesn't come on you. You're not a baby. It's babies that do. Do you even exercise? Do you know that physical activity helps good sleep? And then we are not following all those rules. The next thing is, where is diazepam? Where is bromazepam? Where is melatonin? This melatonin that we are taking in form of drugs actually being secreted naturally by the body. And do you know that part of the rule is that a good sleep starts from the morning? It's from when you wake up from that day that you start planning the way you do things that will take you towards a good night's sleep. So if you don't follow the T's and C's, you will wake up in the middle of the night.
Thank you. Listeners, we heard it. And I know that a lot of us, including doctors, and non-doctors, we do have things to learn from my experience concerning sleep. Now, Dr. Mojoyinola, thank you again. People talk about lifestyle, and people always think, oh, lifestyle is I'm eating well, I'm eating 2 eggs, by week. So what are the other components of lifestyle that one can inculcate, into oneself for healthy living?
So we have the dreams. I call it the dreams agenda. So D for diet. And when we're talking of diet is a lot. In fact, diet takes about 60% or 55% of lifestyle modification. Because the popular saying of you are what you eat is as if a factor. Diet is a factor. So diet is there. Talking about quantity, quality, mode of preparation, type of food, so many things about food and diet. Then, but for lifestyle, we talk about plant-based, whole food plant-based. So you want to run away from animal-based as much as possible. Not completely, but with caution. So you want to do more of plant-based food. All the things that the animals provide that are also in plants, except B12. B12 is what you can get in plants, majorly from animals. But there are so many ways that we can get the B12 apart from having to be eating so much of animal-based. So we are talking about plant-based food. And like I said, preparation, quantity, a lot of factors. Talking about salt intake, sugar intake. Those are things. Talking about having to learn to close your mouth, having to allow the body to detox itself. Those are things about diet. Then R is restful sleep. We've spoken about sleep. E is exercise. How physically fit are you? A lot of people think, I'm slim, I'm fit, it's only for... No. Exercise goes so much more than weight loss. Talk about brain health. Talk about bone health. Talk about hormonal balance. Exercise is key. So there's needs to be physically active. And you know that sedentary lifestyle is now being equated to smoking. And you know what smoking does to the body. So you need to be active no matter what, at any age. In fact, you even need it more as you grow older. And then DRE. A is avoiding toxic substances. The popular toxic substance we talk about alcohol and smoking. And there are different forms of smoking now. Vaping, e-smoking, all those stuff. And then alcohol. And some will say, oh, you say red wine is this, wine is good for the heart. But there are rules to these things. It's not just in going to go anyhow and whatever quantity. But there are a lot of other toxins. We live and breathe toxins for so many things. What we breathe in, what we wear on our body, what we apply on our body, what we use to cook, what we use to drink. We're just surrounded by toxins. And it's a factor of our knowledge, because people do some things without knowing the danger they are being exposed to. But some are like, something will kill somebody, leave me alone, let me enjoy my life. But the more you know, the better it is for you in preventing some of these common and non-common diseases. So another part of the toxic effect that we are daily being exposed to is this useful gadget we all carry about. The radiation that is coming from there is not something visible, but it's gradually, and we see it in gynae practice. Oligospermia, azoospermia, so many effects of these things that we wonder how come it's so common now. It didn't used to have this. You do a semen analysis and it's 0%, and you wonder, is he not a man? But what has that man been exposed to from his younger days even up till now? So toxic substances are endless. We can go on them. And then the M, we've mentioned that, are mental wellness and stress relief. And of course, S is social connectedness. We are so much remote now that our social connectedness is on our phones. But when we talk of social connectedness in lifestyle medicine, we talk about gathering with people, communicating with people. There are places in the world that we call the blue zones. The blue zones are about 7. I think they are now even increasing, that they're identifying where people live into good old age. The list of their age at death is about 80. They live into the hundreds. And these blue zones, they found some things that they do. Part of what keeps them going is social connectedness. But now you see someone on social media sticking to the phone, being exposed to the radiation, being sedentary, even having this neck issue that they're also talking about now, putting the phone close to the body, so many things about the phone. All the so-called good things that the phone has almost equal or more bad things that is also exposing us to. And that is the social life we're having now. But when we talk about real social life, we mean go out, gather with people, communicate, express your emotions, laugh, cry, hug, even communicate with nature. See the plant behind you. This is good connection with nature. So those are the things about
Thank
life.
you so much. Look, Dr. Mojoyinola, I have to thank you. Even myself, I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot from this. Now, you mentioned something about invisible environmental things that are detrimental to our health. One of it is radiation fall. And there are a lot of other things. What we eat, what we breathe in, and then what we use on our body. Now, let's talk about detoxification. What are the things in our environments that we should all try to prevent getting into our system?
Like I said at the beginning, these things, living the lifestyle, healthy lifestyle way, is intentional. You have to am I ready to go through? And you will not get after and say, I'm not the one that I didn't kill anybody. I'm not meant to die for anybody, as it were. You wouldn't get to that level if you are taking a step at a time. And with that step at a time, we're talking about you being intentional. So we are exposed, like I said, to so many. The radiation from the phone is part of it. And we also have this common radiation from this eye, what do we call it now? These poles, the telecom poles. And some people will gladly take them around because of the money. But you don't know to what extent the radiation is getting to us, to those that live around. Do we want to talk about the fumes from the exhausts, the carbon monoxide that we breathe in? A lot of us don't breathe well. We choke. Like they'll say, you choke you. We choke a lot because we breathe in this thing. So many, I better pass my neighbor type of. Even those that are not, even the bigger engines are releasing the fumes and we are taking them in. Each time we breathe in, we are not even breathing well enough to bring in enough oxygen. Talk about what we put on our body. Research has shown, not around here, but in the US, that an average woman adds up about 160 plus of chemicals per day by the time she's finished with her dressing. From what she puts on her skin, on her head, on her face, on her everything. And of course, we are moving towards the Western world issue. So we are also adding up these toxins on our bodies. And you wonder why there's so much PCOS. You wonder why there's so much hormonal imbalance. These things are endocrine disruptors. A lot of these toxins that we are exposed to actually disrupt our hormones. And you wonder why a young girl that has not even done anything is having so many issues about her period. So we have those ones too. And the states, we are in Lagos State, the state is now against the use of non-reusable plastics. Plastic is also one issue that is heavily listed as a hormone disruptor. We have what we call xenoestrogens. We have what we call phytoestrogens. Phytoestrogens are those good ones that help the estrogens when we're talking about how to support the hormones naturally. And the xeno are the ones that completely disrupt it. Plastic is a xenoestrogen. The fumes we breathe in, they are xenoestrogens. A lot of what we put on our bodies are xenoestrogens. And if women know better, they will do better and have less need to tackle hormonal issues. So environmental factors is there. It's not like before that people say, oh, this is genetic. This is how it is in our family. My sister has, my mother has, my grandmother has. You can stand out because research has come to tell us now that there is what we call whatever it is that they are dealing with. It can be as a result of your environmental factors. In fact, like 75% of whatever issue that is happening to an individual is as a result of the environmental factor. Just a bit of it could be genetic.
Thank you so much for dealing, extensively with that one. Now, I know that you have seen a lot of, patients, a lot of clients that you have advised about lifestyle modification. What are the most impactful, lifestyle changes you've seen in, some of your patients that are so surprising to you?
I've seen a lot. I deal with women, just a bit with men. But the women, I've seen, I've had patients come even postpartum with postpartum depression. I'm like, the woman came, I'm like, the baby is 7 months, has an older sibling that's like 2 years, and she came confessing. And she knows the older one doesn't have any problem, but she's always cranky, she's always this, she's always that. I'm like, do you ever go out do you leave the house? She's almost like a housewife. She works online. Do you get up? Do you go out? Does the sun beat your face? Do you get exposed? Do you socialize? And she was like, no, go ahead and do that. She came back with the love she shares with her daughter now. In fact, she even takes the daughter for a walk. I had to tell her that, okay, when you want to do serious exercise, leave her at home because she will slow you down. We want you to be fast-paced, but occasionally take her along. So lifestyle changes not just only impact our health, it impacts our families. Or is it those that have been eating the wrong way and cooking the wrong way? And then you come back and like, oh, doctor, hey, my meal is different. In fact, I have a lot of comments because after seeing my patients, I tell them to write their experience with me. And the feedback had been so amazing. I see what lifestyle is doing in the life of people. That the medicine I've been practicing for years, I've not had such. Let me just tip this in that part of the reason why I went into O&G is the gratification. I'm a hands-on person. I'm physical. So I like to oh, let's do this, let's do that. Not just read, discuss all the topics, and then come back to say, we are sorry. I like to say, oh, congratulations, you have a baby. Congratulations, the fibroid is out, and things like that. That's what took me to O&G. But I've seen that is even more gratifying in lifestyle medicine, just to give some form of lifestyle changes advice, and people come back with wonderful testimonies.
Thank you, Dr. Mojoyinola. It's been wonderful speaking to you. And I'm sure most of our listeners has already benefited quite a lot. I have, benefited quite a lot from your experience, although I have a lot of years of experience in obstetrics and gynecology. Now, as a final takeaway, what advice will you give someone that is just starting in their healthy lifestyle, to improve their health? Before let's take, for example, a young teenager coming into life. What advice will you give that kind of person? Look, you are just starting, do this, do that, so that he or she could benefit quite a lot, and live, healthy life through old age.
You know what? I'm smiling from ear to ear My daughter is a good example. All this while I've been doing little bits of lifestyle thing. But in recent times when I really went into lifestyle practice, in those days, I say, Mommy, we are growing children. Leave us. Let's enjoy. In just about this year, she went to register in the gym by herself. She started giving us instruction about, this is what I want to eat. And I'm like, glory to God. You mean you are now ready? Because like I said, the first thing is here. You have to be very intentional about this. You can't force it on anybody. No, she's been saying it, doing it, but she never really was interested. Now she got interested and she's taking it on. And you can bet I'm so happy. So for someone coming up with at a younger age, the advice is do these things so that your future self could be able to look back and say thank you. A lot of us want to grow old, but old age comes with so many things. And you need to start depositing the good things in the bank for the future. Your health bank needs to be full before you get to the age where it will start taking from that bank. So a step at a time. You don't have a 360 degrees turn. You would fail. Is a step today, a step tomorrow. Reduce gradually. We don't say, oh, stop doing this. No, it's a mutual thing. So even when you come to us as your coach or physician, we discuss. You are doing this, like, let's say, for example, you are taking 5 soft drinks in a day. And like, you can't do without it. The caffeine and the sugar level is already, making you hype. We tell you, let's do off with 1. We don't say stop. We don't say go to 1 bottle. We go to the next level. So from 5, we say go to 4. Try 4 for like some weeks. You cannot do without 1 bottle. Go to the next one. The same thing with exercise. You are a couch potato. Sorry for using that. You don't move. You are so sedentary. Just intentionally put a timer. Every 1 hour, I want to get up. Just stand up. Don't even move anywhere. You are doing something. At all is worse than just a second of being active. If you don't go out at all, or you don't move, you don't do physical exercise, the standard that we ask for is 30 minutes in a day, 5 times a week. Start with even 5 minutes. Master the 5 minutes. Oh, and when you do it, you release those good, happy hormones. The dopamine, the oxytocins, they are coming up. You'll be happy. You see the results. You will on your own increase it to 10 minutes. And that's how to go in terms. Sleep. I sleep at 12. Okay, let me struggle to sleep at 11:30. Don't go to sleep at 7. It won't work. You wake up. If it's 12, go to 11:30. Do those night rituals. Follow those T's and C's. And then you see the improvement. It's getting better. Move to 11 p.m. So those are the things. Or the toxic things. I have so many plastic in my house. Let me do away with the bottles first. Let me use glass bottles, not plastic. Oh, I can do without that. Okay, let's take another thing. So a step at a time. And when you achieve something, please celebrate your achievement. You can celebrate it without going to eateries. You celebrate it with buying some good things. You are able to make 30 minutes. When I get to 30 minutes work per day, I'm going to buy myself a dumbbell. It's an achievement, and you are going to be adding strength to your training, to your exercise. When I'm able to do 1 hour or 2 hours sleep earlier than usual, I'm going to make sure that I have my 3 pillows, or I'm going to change my mattress. Those are achievements you are celebrating. Those are landmarks that you are doing. So There are a lot of ways. And by the time you start doing this as a young lady or a young man, I can tell you the future is bright as long as you maintain it and you live a safe life.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lola Mojoyinola, for this expansive advice, on lifestyle. Dr. Mojoyinola works in maternal and child center at Etiosa here in Lekki. We are glad to have you today. And I'm sure that most of our listeners have benefited quite a lot from this. We've had the acronym today, DREAM about lifestyle. D for diet, R for restfulness, A for avoidance of toxic substances, and E for exercise, impactful exercise that will bring changes to your body and your health. And M is mental health. Take good care of your mental health. And S is social connectedness. Please, let's all take to this advice. It will benefit us a lot. And right now, we all know that preventing bad healthy lifestyle makes us, to be healthy overall. And that's what we need. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope you like this, and please like it and help us to share it on your social media as well. We share this podcast on YouTube and all the other social media that people listen to. Until we come your way next time, thank you for listening to us today. See you then. Take good care of yourself, and please take advice from Dr. Mojoyinola's Enlightenment Lifestyle campaign today. Thank you. Bye for now.